Hi, welcome to KiwaniTalk. My name is Gary Gardner. We're a public information show from the Dearborn Kiwanis Club. Normally, we're at the facilities of WDHS at Dearborn High School, but every once in a while, not as often as we like, but today we're very happy to be out on the road. We're here in Dearborn at Maddie's Deli. For those of you not in Dearborn, have no idea where it is, or those of you who live in Dearborn and have no idea where it is, we're on Monroe Street, south of Michigan Avenue, north of Outer Drive, and for those who are geographically challenged about Dearborn, between Southfield Freeway, Telegraph, Monroe is a big main street that's there, and come south about a quarter of a mile, Maddie's Deli is on the corner. Today we have the owner, the chief chef, chief
bottle
cook, bottle washer, the whole thing. Lou Weinstein. Lou, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're really happy to be here. It's been a fixture. I've been here. It's been a while since I've been here, but now that I'm back, I'm looking at the menu over my shoulder. I think I'm going to have to come back a little more often. So this is a deli, okay? But I'm looking at the wall, and I see a picture on the wall and some of the memorabilia here. This wasn't always a delicatessen. What was it?
It was a Shell gas station built in the 1930s. It stayed open until about the 60s, sat vacant for many years. A lawn care service had it and used it for storage. A neighborhood guy and his wife decided to pick it up and turn it into Maddie's Deli. They had it for 4 years, and I bought it in 1990.
So you've been here you've been a fixture in the neighborhood for
33 years.
For a long time. So the name Maddie's Deli, and I asked you before the show, what in the world, who was, what is?
Fictional character, means nothing.
Means nothing at all.
Means nothing at all.
Okay, so delicatessen. Before you ran a deli, what were you doing before that?
I've been in the deli business since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
I left the deli business when I was 23 and joined the Navy. Got out of the service, came back in the deli business, and I started looking for my own place, and I bought this in 1990.
And you've been here ever since?
Ever since.
Ever since. So
I had another place back in 1998 in Troy. We had that for 2 years. Closed that in 2000, and just been running with this one.
So everybody knows the word deli, but what is a deli? How would you define a deli as opposed to anything else?
Well, you can get soups, salads, sandwiches, and desserts here. We also do catering, and big carry-out business, big walk-in business, and you can even sit outside and eat. We have outdoor seating.
So the deli is different than, say,
well, it's more sandwiches, soups, and salads, not so much full meals here. We do some full meals on occasion, but not all the time. Not like a full diner would be.
and
Something quick, easy, you can get in, get out. You're not sitting down, there's no waitresses.
but you do have pretty quick service. You've got a staff back there that are pretty good for you.
Oh yeah.
And you mentioned a whole litany of things. You have soups. Okay, let's talk with the soups and salads.
Soups.
Then
We have cream of broccoli every day. We have chicken noodle every day. Then we change our soups Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday we have vegetable beef barley. We have Wednesday cream potato and clam chowder on Fridays. And we have chili every day also, homemade chili.
So my wife is a real fan of cream of broccoli soup. What is it that makes a Maddie's Deli cream of broccoli soup better than someplace else you can get any place else?
It's fresh every day, lots of cheese, very creamy.
And when you have that cream and that sort of stuff, you make it in. It takes more than 5 minutes to throw it together, I'm going to guess. So what time does Maddie's Deli open?
We open at 10. We're here at 8 a.m. prepping.
Okay. When you are doing the prep, you said you've got chili, you've got other soups, you've got.
We make corned beef every day, pastrami every day.
We're going to get to the good stuff in a minute. I want to go but you've got more than one soup cooking. So if you have a particular desire to have a soup, you can come in the standards every day, but then every day you have specials for that.
Yes.
Salads, okay? There are a lot of people out there who say a creamy soup is not going to fit into my diet count. I'm going to have something else. What kind of salads do you have?
We have a Greek salad, we have julienne salads, we have garden salads, we have potato salad, coleslaw, pasta salads, good variety of mixtures. Caesar salad. You can add chicken to them, you can add meats to them, you can add whatever you like to their salad.
So when you have all those salads, you got. I'm just thinking of the complexity of all your ordering, and this place doesn't seem big enough to have a refrigerator system large enough to hold all those things back there.
Oh yeah, you just see what's in the front here. You don't see what's in the back.
Okay. When you have the salads, do you make them fresh to order? Do you make a bunch in the morning, or how does that work?
We prep them in the morning, and as you order them, we finish them off.
Okay, so you've got the soups, you've got the salads. Talk about freshness. How important is it to have stuff that's fresh?
Oh, you got to have it fresh every day. We get deliveries 2 and 3 times a day, 2 and 3 times a week. We're always getting orders in. We're always cooking, always rotating everything.
Now we're coming up on the big stuff here, but before we get to the big stuff, part of the big stuff is the bread.
Oh yeah.
And what different kind of breads do you have that go into your sandwiches?
We have double baked Jewish rye bread with a hard crust. It's soft in the middle, hand cut to order.
That's all you have, just the one kind of
bread?
bread?
Oh, we have white bread,
okay,
wheat bread. The rye bread is a staple.
Okay.
Onion rolls, Kaiser rolls, pumpernickel, whole wheat, white bread.
This level of complexity is starting.
Pita bread. We even have pita bread. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So you have the bread, and that it's all fresh, and you have that.
Yep. Every day from the bakery.
And now let's talk one of the things. What's the best seller that meat-wise that you have?
Corned beef.
Corned beef.
Made fresh every day.
You make it fresh every day?
It comes in pickled already.
Okay.
We boil it for 3 hours, cool it down, slice it.
Okay. So I mean, I make corned beef once a year, around that middle of March time. What is the secret to making a good corned beef besides starting out with the best corned beef that's available?
You got to know how to cook it, the right temperature, get it the right consistency, so when you cut it, it doesn't fall apart on you. It stays together, it's nice and tender.
Your supplier for the corned beef, can you let us know who that is?
Cy Ginsberg.
Seigens, okay.
Cy Ginsberg in Detroit, yes.
Okay.
One of the biggest purveyors of corned beef in the city.
When you say specific temperature, you cook it in a water or a brine?
Yeah, you boil it, yes.
You boil it, and just plain water?
Just plain water, yep.
So when I get my corned beef for St. Patrick's Day, I'm not doing the right thing by putting other stuff in there?
Some people like the spice pack. You don't need it.
You don't need that?
No, it's plenty spiced.
And when you cook it, what's the ideal temperature that you know by sticking your finger? No, you can put your finger in the water. But how do you know what temperature?
190 to 200 degrees
190
is
to
a good
200.
Yeah, for the briskets.
Okay,
yeah, they're nice
it takes
and
a
tender.
while to get to that, and then
about 3 hours.
You have to let it. How long does it take to cool down after that?
About an hour and a half.
So if you open at 8 and you come get here at 8 and the door's open at 10, you're not going to get the corned beef very early, are you? Or does that come later in the day?
Oh no, we have a little bit left over from the day before,
okay.
And it's always, you can let it cool overnight and slice it the next day.
You got to imagine that it smells pretty amazing in here right now. But when that corned beef is cooking, what else is cooking besides the corned beef? What's the next biggest
we have
seller?
Chicken breast cooking. We have cookies. We have brownies. We're making knishes.
But you're getting past the meats. Okay, we're going to come to the desserts when we get into that time. So you got the corned beef is a big thing. The chicken breast. Okay.
Chicken breast we make every day. Yeah.
Now, what's your secret for making the chicken breast? What do you do for that?
I can't tell you all the secrets, but the seasoning spices that we use on it.
Okay.
Oven roasted.
Oven roasted. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the way to go with that. Corned beef. What about roast beef?
Roast beef, brisket. We use a roast brisket. So that takes about 3 hours to cook that too, roasted in the oven.
And you got more than one oven in the back, I'm guessing, too.
Yeah.
Okay. you got the roast beef. So I like roast beef, and I like to put on the
Horseradish?
Horseradish sauce.
Oh yeah.
Different people have different tastes. How many people come in and say, I just want a plain roast beef sandwich and nothing on it? I can't imagine that.
We do get a few people like that, yes.
What are they thinking?
Everybody's different.
Because
that's what makes the world go round, right?
It seems like a deli, you'd want to have all the panoply of tastes and sensations for the textures and those type of things. And that's so you've got the all the different kind of sauces. What kind of spices and seasonings and dressings do you have for the meats and the sandwiches?
We have all kinds of mustards. We have regular mustard, Dijon mustard, honey mustard, Grey Poupon, the horseradish, Russian dressing, mayonnaise.
How do people make up their mind when they come in?
They have a hard time. Some people get everything. They want everything on it. Like an everything bagel. Put everything on
but
it.
at some point, everything loses its taste.
It does,
too, so.
but some people like it that way. Messy, running down their chin.
So we've got the roast beef, we've got the corned beef, we've got the chicken. Do you have anything with bacon in it?
Oh, we have bacon, yeah. Club sandwiches, BLTs.
And I'm looking over my shoulder, and I look at, there's a menu on the wall back there. Tell us how long that same menu, the basic menu without the daily special, how long has that been up there?
37 years.
37 years.
Yes, it's a basic menu. About 20 years ago, we added a couple sandwiches, but basically it's been 37 years, that menu.
And so you have, and the prices may have changed over the years.
Just a few.
Over the years, but you have the weekly special. Do you have daily special? Is it a weekly special for the
We
whole
have
week?
a weekly special, yes.
Okay, so then you
And
can.
that changes every week for about 5-week rotation. We have different sandwiches. You want me? Would you like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have pulled pork sandwich. We have an Italian sub. We have a roast brisket with mashed potatoes and gravy. We have a chicken chipotle, which is a special this week.
I've heard a rumor we may get to see a chicken chipotle, along with a couple before the show's over. We're going to see some of those.
For sure.
Okay. And so all those things. Chicken chipotle, I don't think that's been around for 37 years, though.
No, it hasn't. That's only been around at the deli for about 2 years now.
So-
we've been running that. We
so-
try to change them up every so often.
So the weekly specials, they come and they go.
Yeah,
as-
they go,
as-
right,
as
right.
taste change.
Right.
Speaking of coming and going, there was a time when COVID was here. What happened with your business during
Well,
COVID?
we shut down for the full 3 months.
Okay.
Came back and just did the carry out, no dine in, and it worked out real good. We have a very loyal customer base, and they supported us throughout the whole process.
And again, it's located on Monroe Street between Michigan Avenue and Outer Drive.
Correct.
Close to there's a company here in Dearborn, was it Ford?
Yeah, that little company, Ford Motor
but
Company,
you get
right?
a few people from there, plus there's all local businesses, people come
Yes,
here.
yes.
The 37 years, you probably get a few regulars that come in all the time.
Quite a few regulars.
And they come in, and do the regulars always eat the same thing, or do they change
Some
it up?
do, some don't. Most of them eat the same thing.
Okay, so when you have,
When I see them, I know what they're going to eat.
know what they're going to
Start
have,
making it.
start making
They
it
don't change.
as they walk in. Do you do anything online for ordering or stuff
Yes,
like
you
that?
can order online, pay online.
Okay.
Don't wait in line. So you can come in, void the line at the register, pick up your food, and walk out the door.
So we're going to ask then that since there is an online service, what's the web address?
Matty'sDeli.com.
Matty, and Matty is spelled
MATI''S.
deli.com. It's
Deli.com.
amazing how that works out. You got that in there right
Yeah.
there. When you have the online service and people can order the full menu, the weekly specials are up there.
Yes.
That's
And you
pretty.
can order everything by the pound also. So if you want to take home a pound of corned beef, a loaf of bread, a pound of potato salad, we got you covered.
We started talking a little bit. We've raced through the soups. We've talked about the salads. The coleslaw, is that made here? Or do
Made
you,
here.
so what-
Potato salad made here.
So, okay, so without giving away, and you have to, if it was the CIA, you'd have to kill me if you told me the real secrets. What's the secret to a good coleslaw?
You got to start with some good vinegar and mayonnaise and cabbage.
That's it.
That's it. A little seasoning.
Pasta salad.
So we have a customer here, which is great, 'cause obviously.
Pasta salad is to die for.
Talk about the pasta salad then. Liz.
Pasta salad we make here. The dressing is an Italian dressing we make here. It has broccoli in it, tomatoes, red onion, rainbow pasta,
You know,
and some green pepper. I'm sorry.
I came at a bad time of day. I had lunch early today, and it's a little bit later in the afternoon, and it's like I might have to start gnawing at my arm here pretty soon before we get too far down the road. We have salads. We've got the soups. We've got the potato salads and the coleslaws. What other accoutrement do you have to go with the main
With
meals?
some soups, we have matzo balls. We add to the chicken noodle soup. We have another favorite, which is a potato knish. That's puff pastry filled with mashed potatoes and cheddar cheese, and you get a side of beef gravy with it.
You got a staff back there,
Oh yeah.
and they must know what they're doing. What's your staff is pretty loyal and been there for
Oh
a while,
yeah.
and they
Yes.
know how to make
One
this
of the
stuff?
women have been here over 20 years. The other one about 10.
So
We have some high school kids that live in the neighborhood that come work.
that's a good thing for them to come in
Yeah.
and do this. So if you walk in off the street and you didn't take the time to do the pre-order, is there a better time of the day to come here rather than others?
Nope, anytime's great.
Okay, that's all the
Yeah.
good.
If you don't know what you like, we'll help you find something that you will.
Something that you like. So drinks, what kind of drinks?
We have Pepsi products,
Okay,
bottled water,
no Coke Pepsi like on Saturday Night Live?
no Coke, Pepsi,
Okay,
and chips.
coffee.
No coffee.
No
No,
coffee.
no coffee.
Okay, so that may be the distinction between a deli and another full service place. You got
Yeah,
those
not a
things.
big call for coffee here.
When you have the people come in for the meals and you get the carry out, the biggest couple of people have come through with pretty substantial
Oh yeah.
carry out packages.
A lot of offices, doctor's offices, hospital, car dealerships, Ford Motor Company, business meetings.
Right. You know, you get one of the biggest attractions in Dearborn besides Ford and besides the Beaumont Hospital, formerly Elkwood Hospital, is Greenfield Village.
I thought about
Do
it.
you get a lot of people coming through from there? Do they?
Yes, a lot of people, they will Google us and find us that way, looking for a quick lunch or somewhere around to eat. And yeah, they Google it and we come up first right away.
Okay. Now, after you're done with your whatever sandwich or main course you're having, you've got some kind of sweets and cookies and
yeah.
desserts. Talk about, I'm looking in the cabinet over there. There's some interesting things. Talk about the finger food things first. What kind of cookies and brownies do you have?
We have chocolate chip cookies, we have oatmeal raisin cookies, we have the cream cheese brownies that we make here, just like the cookies. We have Philadelphia cream cheese cheesecakes and carrot cake.
And you make most or all of that here?
We make the brownies and the cookies here. The carrot cake and the cheesecake I get catered in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have all those things that sound like they're extraordinarily good.
The cream cheese brownies are what we're famous for, yeah.
And I'm a particular aficionado of oatmeal raisin cookies. And if you make them here,
Yes.
oh man, this is bad for my diet. I know.
It's all right. It'll look good on you.
It's going to be good. So what we're going to do, we're coming up. We're going to take a little break right now. We're going to get some words from Kiwanis about our club. When we come back, I've been promised that we're going to have a display extraordinaire of 3 of the standard sandwiches and this week's weekly special.
Chicken chipotle wrap.
Don't go away. Back with Lou Weinstein after this break.
There must be a lot of love out there in the world, at least if you think of all the things people say they love. But it's funny. Sometimes the things we love the most are the ones we don't talk about often enough. I mean, the things that bring true change to a child's life, to a community, to the people who come together and make change happen. Think about what you love about your club. Think about the children it reaches. Think about the pride it gives you. And think about this. Thousands of Kiwanians around the world love being members of their clubs too. So think about what could happen if we all shared our Kiwanis stories. After all, there's a million things to love in the world, but there's nothing like a love that makes the world better. So show it. Share it. Let the world know.
Welcome back to KiwaniTalk. I'm your host, Gary Gardner, on this special episode on the road here at Maddie's Deli in Dearborn. Maddie's Deli is, I'll call it a Dearborn fixture It's been Maddie's Deli for 37 years.
Correct.
With our present owner here for 33 years, Lou Weinstein. Maddie's Deli is on Monroe Street between Michigan Avenue and Auto Drive. And we are here with the owner back again, Lou. Weinstein,
Thank you.
welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And we're going to have the big reveal here in a second, but one of our camera crew mentioned something we forgot to talk about at the beginning, which were
Yes, the deli pickles.
deli pickles. So
We
what
have
is
a kosher pickle,
Yep.
old dill and new dill. Old dill is sour, been cured a little bit longer. The new dill is crispy cucumbery, not cured as long.
so, and a deli sandwich would not be a deli sandwich without
The kosher
the
pickle.
kosher pickles. Okay. So are we ready for this now?
Yeah.
We're looking at these. We have 3 of the regulars that are on the menu every day, and a 4th one, which is special. Let's talk about one closest to you. That looks phenomenal.
Reuben.
A Reuben. So what is it that makes?
So
what
we
is it?
have
What's
the
a
corned
Reuben?
beef.
Yep.
The sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing, grilled on rye.
Real right. And I'm going to lift this up if I can here a little bit, and if you can see the top of that, that's grilled, and that looks absolutely spectacular. So, and this is
And this is an old dill pickle.
old dill pickle, and the dill pickle. So this is stacked up pretty substantially, and you know it looks like you could have one of those for lunch. Save the first half for dinner, and then for breakfast you'd have some more left over. Pretty,
If you could do that.
pretty
Me, I can't.
substantial.
I got to eat the whole thing.
So everybody's different, but if it was Lou Weinstein recommending a particular condiment on this, what would you recommend would be the best for this
Russian
Reuben?
dressing.
Russian dressing?
Got to put the Russian on it.
Okay, but not the mustard, but the Russian
You
dressing.
can.
But-
Yeah, some people do mix it up, but really the traditional is the Russian dressing.
Okay. The next, moving along, closest in the middle here, what do we have?
Just like the Reuben, instead of the sauerkraut, we have coleslaw, homemade coleslaw, corned beef, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing on the double-baked rye bread. You can also get this grilled, but it comes ungrilled, but you can order it that way.
So the first one is just called the Reuben.
Reuben,
This middle one.
Ellen's favorite.
Ellen. Okay, Ellen's favorite. Okay. So coleslaw versus the other stuff that you mentioned. The
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. One sour, one's coleslaw.
One sour, one sweet.
Okay, one sweet, one sour. Okay. And the bread here is the same kind of bread, but not
Double-baked rye bread, not grilled.
And
You
it
can
comes-
order grilled if you like.
This has a pickle with it. Different
Yeah.
kind of same pickle.
Oh, it's an old dill on that one too.
Old dill on that one. Now these
You can mix them up if you like.
you can mix them up, and this is it. Okay, and then you have the third one we have here on this side. What's the name of this one?
Carol's Temptation.
Carol's Temptation, and it looks like it has
Turkey,
Right.
coleslaw, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing, grilled on rye, and it has a new dill pickle. If you see how light that is, like a cucumber.
little bit different color. So this pickle is a little bit darker. You can see that in there. And the other on Carol's Temptation is lighter color. And
These are our 3 top sandwiches.
and the taste difference between this lighter pickle and the other is
Substantially different. It's more cucumbery and more sour on the old.
more sour on the old. So we talked about the weekly specials, and this week you have specials of chipotle chicken wrap, chicken bacon cheddar cheese, red onion, romaine lettuce, chipotle mayo grilled on a flour tortilla.
Correct.
That's it.
With a new dill pickle.
New dill pickle. And that looks, you could have that for at least a meal and a half or 2. And people, when the week ends, it's, I meant to get that. We have to come back in a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks to get that. Usually it's a 5-week rotation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned again, I'm an aficionado of chili. I like chili. What goes into the chilies here at?
We use our
Maddie's
ground
Deli?
beef,
Okay.
80-20, kidney beans, stewed tomatoes, and chili seasoning.
That's it.
That's it.
Sounds like it's a winner.
Basic chili recipe and very good.
Chili powder to make it chili.
Chili powder and
Okay,
seasoned,
on
yes.
top of that. Okay, so, and they're not going to tell me the combination of that because that's a state secret here at Maddie's
Yeah,
Deli.
that's right.
So you have this, and you have like, since we've been here, we've had some neighborhood people coming in. One gentleman who just left says he's been coming here for 30 years, and you've
Yeah.
been here ever since that time.
Yeah.
It seems like you like what your staff seems like they like what they do here.
Yeah, yeah. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And we definitely love what we do.
So you've got this, and the board hasn't changed in 37 years apparently, except for some of the prices. The weekly specials, talk about how often those change. You ever change them up? Do they come and go?
Yes, every week we change the weekly special. This week, the chicken chipotle. We make a really good corned beef sandwich in between 2 potato pancakes with Swiss cheese. So instead of the bread, you substitute it with 2 homemade potato pancakes.
Holy smoke.
Then we do a roast brisket with open face with homemade mashed potatoes and gravy.
You don't use the mashed potatoes for the bun then, do you?
No,
Okay.
we use white bread for that.
Okay.
We have a pulled pork sandwich with coleslaw and cheddar cheese on it on a Kaiser roll.
But you have the opportunity to come in and look online and see, again, Matty'sDeli.com.
Correct.
You can do it. Is there for some people say, well, I don't like online, you use the phone. What's the phone number here?
313-277-3253.
So you've been doing it, and you look like you're enjoying it. You're rocking the comfortable look today. Seems like that Lou Weinstein's got it right by the short ones.
I work very hard, but yes, I do enjoy this very much. I love making people smile.
So when you come in and you can see, again, some of the memorabilia we've got on the wall over there, by the way, there's a hat on top of the picture from the Shell Station.
From the original Shell Station, the owner's hat, his son gave that to me.
It's kind of like Back to the Future.
Chuck Cummings.
Yeah, so
Chuck Cummings Shell.
Back to the Future, when Marty lands back in whatever, not Pleasantville, which is a scene from this other movie here, but from Back to the Future, there is, the guys come out of the gas station, they all go around and they fill it up, and that was the kind of hat that they wore.
That was it.
Well, I'm going to have to end this show as soon as I can, because I think I might want to take a bite out of one of these. I can't do it on camera, but I want to thank Lou Weinstein very, very much from Matty's Deli for doing it with Lou. It's been
Thank you
a
for
pleasure,
having me. It's been a pleasure
to see you here. If you like what you see on TV, you got to come in. You got to smell the place, because it smells phenomenal. And in a minute or so, off camera, I might even take a bite out of one of these sandwiches. I'm Gary Gardner. This is KiwaniTalk. See you next time. Bye-bye.